All right. Good evening, sports fans, and welcome into the Tualatin Hills Park and Recreation Center. You are watching Oregon Sports Beat, Oregon's leader in live local sports. I'm Jack McArthur alongside my broadcast partner, Tony Vandermeer. Tony, big game on the slate today. It's the U17 OYSA Boys Championship match between ADF, touting those red jerseys, and the visiting United PDX with the white jerseys. Tony, big match today.
Yeah, it does set up to be a competition against two squads that know about success, having won state cup titles before. A lot of the players on both squads have been winning trophies for the high schools for years as well.
That's right. ADF, they're going to be wearing those red jerseys going from our right to our left. And United PDX U17, they will be wearing the white jerseys going from our left to our right. So United PDX with possession currently. And to get here, PDX beat Westside Metro 3-2 in the semifinal, and ADF beat the RV Timbers 2-1 in a semifinal match. These two teams have only matched up once this year, and United PDX did defeat ADF 2-0 on January 25th, so not a ton of familiarity between these two sides, but they have played each other once, and PDX hailed victorious in that first initial match.
So in talking to the coaches before the game, it was interesting to see that both coaches seemed quite calm, pretty self-confident what their teams are about and what they're going to try to accomplish today. Yeah,
that's right. We got a chance to speak to both coaches for United PDX. Matt Broadhead, been the head coach of the U17 squad for about 2 months now, but he has been the director of United PDX for 7 years. And Coach Broadhead mentioned that he's going to try his best to get a shutout, and he mentioned how they're thin. There's only have 2 subs today, so not a lot of depth on both sides, Tony.
Yeah, it is interesting, though, that the reason why these squads are here is the stability over the years. The coaching staffs from both clubs have been with these groups for quite a while, and the players themselves, they've played throughout the years, almost year-round, for a number of years.
That's right, and for United PDX, as I mentioned, their main keys are just to get a shutout. And for the other side, ADF, we got a chance to speak to the assistant coach, Alonso Correa, and he mentioned that the main key is to control the midfield. So they just want to control possession of the ball and keep it in the mid.
It'll be interesting as the game does settle down that how the two systems line up. I can speak about that down the road here, but the corner kicks is one thing Coach Broadhead specifically was talking about pre-game.
That's right. He also mentioned that they want to defend corners and work on attacking corners. So they want to really do well and excel with the way that they set up their corners. Here's another corner right here towards the back post, and it's a little bit far. And it goes out, so will be a goal kick for ADF. The first corner of the evening just happened. He's going to like to go short. On this near sideline, flicks it forwards. A strong clearance that time. And it will be a throw-in for ADF with those red jerseys.
All right. If he comes up, let me know. Hey, Tony, on him.
That time it was
Tony, right here, Tony.
Louis Rumvev with the clearance. A deep throw headed towards center field, pinballing around, trying to flick it back, and instead it's ADF on the attack. Entering the attacking third, interjected by United PDX. Referee calls the foul. It will be the first set piece of the evening for either side, Tony.
Yeah, ADF was looking to maybe start the ball quickly, and PDX United stopped that from happening. Right. And a little bit of pushing and shoving already. We'll see how that develops.
We'll see how the antics go throughout this game. Hopefully not too many of them. And it's United PDX who grab it with ease as they retain possession in their own defensive third, playing it forwards. Good pressure from ADF as they regain control of the ball. And now it's ADF on the attack, trying to play it alongside the back line all the way back to Giancarlo Rendon Benitez as he goes forwards. No foul called, and referee raises his flag. It's going to go the other way. The head coach for United PDX. As I mentioned, Matt Broadhead, head coach for ADF. It's Victor Garcete, who is in his second season as the head coach. Here come United PDX once again, still scoreless. Now looking to switch. Alongside the back line now.
Good.
Yeah, both teams playing pretty thin today. Tony, how do you think that's going to change their mentality or game plan today?
Well, as one of the coaches said, I don't think I'll tell you which team. He makes it easier. Less sub decisions to make, and to be honest, I think the players appreciate that as well. In terms of once they're on the field, they're going to get a good long stretch of play.
Big opportunity, tried to play it inside that time. It was Giovanni Correa Lazaro. He's got some speed. A deep throw, headed forwards, chested, cleared, and it goes out of play for ADF.
So one of the things we picked up in visiting with the coaches before the game is one of the reasons ADF is a little bit light is two of their players play over in Washington, where in the springtime high school soccer is in play. So the Malvez brothers are actually going to be playing in a state cup or a state tournament over in Vancouver this afternoon.
That's right. And ADF lets it go on a bounce. So now they get a throw.
Boost up.
Anthony Garcia Flores with the quick throw. Now gets it right back. Plays it centralized ball, and it's cleared rather quickly by United PDX. Second corner of the evening now. Both sides have one, Tony.
Yeah, now we'll see. Since it was Coach Broadhead, that was a point of emphasis. They've had one where they got a chance to attack, and now they've got one in their own box that they're going to have to defend against. Also get to see how ADF, how they run, if they run a set and play off of their corner.
And additionally, some other notable information. Andy Gonzalez tore his ACL. Was our ADF starting keeper. 2 months ago he tore his ACL. It's going to take him about 6 to 8+ months to recover. Hopefully he'll be all right. So that's the main reason why the main keeper, it's inside and it's headed out. That's why the main keeper right now is going to be Aiden Rosa Chavez, who's now the starter for ADF. So he's playing tonight.
I think it does to speak the praises of the ADF coaching staff.
Right.
That they played their results in winter play, put them at the middle of the table, and they don't go for other league play. They stick with OYSA and a couple of tournaments. But to come together is at the right time. That's what coaches are hoping to do, is be peaking at the right time. And it feels like ADF is doing that, even though they're down at a starting keeper and a few other players.
Yep. And it's going to be a hard foul, slow to get up that time. Hopefully he's all right, and it will be another set piece for ADF. Referee blows his whistle. A strong kick into front field, and it's headed wide. Chasing it down that time is Hersam Regalado Chavez. And goes out for a throw for ADF that time. Big opportunity. And now it's United PDX again, carving through the defense. They need to really just get wide more. They're playing a bit compact currently. Nice interjection by ADF. Oh, a costly challenge. Referee blows his whistle, and it's going to be a foul against United PDX. If you're United PDX, I think that you have to limit the amount of costly fouls you make in this game. I mean, both sides, they just have to be disciplined defensively.
And to this point, corners and restarts have all been up in the air. So taking a look at how the second ball comes down, and it does feel like PDX United is a squad that's in position for that second ball and battling fairly well.
Right. And another foul committed by United PDX. It will be, once again, a set piece for ADF. Those bright red jerseys. If you're just joining us, I'm Jack McArthur alongside my broadcast partner, Tony Vandermeer, and you're watching Oregon Sports Beat. It is the OYSA Boys U17 State Championship match at Tualatin Hills Rec Center. Laces it inside, wide left, and it's easily cleaned up by Olander, the keeper. Starting keeper for United PDX, it is Olander Tanquier, and for ADF, it is Adon Rosas Chavez. Here come United PDX once again. Play it all the way forward, nice trap, unable to retain possession, sticks with it, and now trying to build up the attack, Tony. Looks like they're going to switch it here.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the DNA of PDX United and all their squads, both boys and girls age groups. They do try to keep the ball on the floor.
Nice little give and go. Now it's Lewis Rumreff all the way back for Liam Seal. Good defensive pressure, and referee calls the foul. Extension of the arm from ADF. A little bit too aggressive that time, Tony.
The rhythm is settling down in the PDX United's favor.
Player hits the deck, and now ADF takes over. It's a foot race. A little bit of a miscommunication, and United PDX end up with it. Now they're going all the way back into their own defensive third, still scoreless in the OYSA U17 finals. Nice through ball, and it's a little bit long, goes out, so ADF will get the throw that time, Tony.
Yeah, PDX United, and I think this throughout their whole program, they're playing in a 4-3-3 setup, and again, it gives some stability for them to play some possession.
Right.
But as they just tried to find Diallo on the long, quick through ball, they do want to get direct when it makes sense for them.
And Tony, your background, you used to be the coach for Corvallis High School boys varsity soccer for 16 years. You won the state finals in 1995. Tell me about your experience with Corvallis. How was that?
It was a blast. It was a joy. I did it 3 different times those 16 years, and I also did it while I was teaching at the high school. So it's high school programs, they tend to be successful if the coaches are in the building, and so that was fun to build some relationships. And you know that the 95, that's 30 years ago.
Right.
And the group's going to get together for a reunion.
Nice.
And for folks that are listening, they go over to Tercey Soccer for their jerseys. The owner of Tercey's, Chase Jordan, was a star player at Corvallis High School back then. He scored the winning goal in that 95 state final. So can remember all the details and all those kind of things. So it's fun. But just like club soccer here,
right.
What's important is those relationships that are built, within the families and within the kids and their coaches.
Absolutely, and you've been coaching soccer for 44 years. So also talk to me about just how your assistant won in 2009.
Yeah, that was a great deal. And John Callahan was the coach, and we lost John in 2015 to cancer.
Rest in peace.
And then he had been my assistant. He played for me. We've been hanging out together for over 30 years. And for him to see him win a state championship in 2009 was incredible. So I was able to get to that game and watch that game. And he let us and me and some other alumni. He had 16 assistant coaches.
Oh, wow.
That was the kind of coach he was.
Yeah, right.
He listed all of us on the roster so we could be on the bench for that 2009 final.
Well, may rest in peace, and obviously, as you mentioned, sports are really just all about stability and connections, and just having those good relationships, really.
Absolutely. And then speaking with the coaches, you get that sense that these coaches, hopefully they're in it for the right reasons, and it feels
right.
like they are. It feels like they do care about what the kids' soccer development is, but pre-game, both coaches, both programs were talking about what high schools, or what high schools they go to, but what colleges they might aspire to. Especially in the later game today, 2019, you'd see where all these kids are going to go to college to keep on playing.
That's right. And for ADF, their head coach Victor Garcete and their assistants Alonso Correa. Got a chance to speak to Correa. And he mentioned about how they want to control the midfield. And now it's United PDX with possession as they play a nice ball forward. Big opportunity brewing. Tried to play it through a little bit too strong of a flick, and now it's received by ADF.
Yeah, I think he's not that real happy with himself with that touch, because they did have a nice counter build up with a couple of support players with him there. His touch just got away from him.
Right, and it goes wide now. ADF with a throw into the attacking third. Nice header, intercepted by United PDX once again. Oh, wow, two players clash there, and referee calls the foul that time. That was number 19 who committed that one.
Yeah, I believe that's Giancarlo.
That's right.
Rendon.
That's right.
The cool thing about club soccer is kids get to play with people from all over the city, all over the state.
Right.
We talk about PDF, or excuse me, ADF has a couple players from Vancouver that aren't here today. But they know each other from high school. So both these teams out here have players that were on the Catlin Gable State Championship team. But
yeah,
they're playing against each other today.
Right, ADF, they have a lot of different players from Reynolds, Adon, Rosa Chavez, Gio Correa, Brian Espejo. They all go to Reynolds High School. And then you got Giancarlo Rendon, the captain, who goes to Catlin Gable alongside August Walrod, who's also a captain. So Walrod, he is a defender midfield. He's a junior, and Giancarlo Rendon, he is a sophomore, and he's a midfield and a defender.
And then on the other side, their high school teammate is Diallo, number 99 up top for PDX United.
Yep. Lots of familiarity between these two teams. Even though they're playing against each other, hey, they still know each other.
Oh, yeah.
Plays it forward, looking for the pass back, and instead it's intercepted by ADF. Now ADF looking for vengeance, trying to go all the way forward, looking for the goal here. Trying to switch, and they elect to do so all the way on this near sideline to Anthony Garcia Flores. Strong dribbling skills. Cutting it back. That time it's Giovanni Correa Lazaro working in the box, and it's deflected off of his own teammate, Carlos Villaseñor Jr., and that's a little bit of a miscommunication and a miscue from ADF. It goes off of his own teammate and just wide. That was a big chance.
It does feel like both squads are still just trying to feel the game out. It's early on still. And I do see ADF, when they do get the possession, they're trying to get forward pretty quickly with it. But that's also sending their guys away from support. And the two forwards that are up top against the 3 or 4 defenders, they haven't created the dangerous chances yet.
Right, I agree. It definitely seems like ADF like to press a lot, and they like to move fast. And now it's United PDX with possession in their own defensive third. Playing it up now. Playing it back and forth all the way alongside the back line, retaining possession. Going up the field now, crossing the timeline. Huge chance brewing, tried to flick it forward, and it was a little bit too strong of a pass that time. He was trying to find the teammate.
Yeah, United PDX, they do look for Papa Diallo, their number 99
trying to find Diallo that time.
And a couple times when it looked like they maybe had an opportunity to play into his feet, the touch just got away from him.
Strong kick from Chavez, the keeper. ADF stick with it, trying to go forward, but United PDX, they got 4 on that back line. They've been resilient defensively, and now ADF trying to break down the defense. Gio Correa plays it on the outside, going central now. Clash forward in the box, headed out. Dreggles the ball around. ADF still retain it. Breaks through a couple defenders in the box, loses control. And now United PDX get it back. Referee calls a foul, this time against ADF. And it'll be a set piece for United PDX.
Early on in the game, I think the referee also is making sure he keeps things under control. He's called it fairly tight, and as long as it stays consistent, I think the players adjust to that, and I think it'll be fine.
Right. Yeah, I used to referee soccer, and I think that consistency is definitely key. If you're going to call a game loose, call it loose. If you're going to call it tight, right?
Absolutely. So I did not know that about you.
I used to ref for about 3 years, from when I was 15 to 18, and now I ref youth basketball for Portland Parks and Rec while I'm doing commentating is my main thing, yeah.
So Jack, where when you were doing those 3 years of soccer officiating, was that here OYSA soccer, high school?
It was actually USSF, so United States Soccer Federation, and I just did a lot of middle school games because at the time I was, 15 through 18 years old. So I was reffing mostly middle school, and then some 5th and 4th and 3rd grade games as well. So that was fun. And now it's a big chance for United PDX, and there's an interjection from ADF. Referee blows his whistle, and it's a foul committed by United PDX. Some communication from United PDX, and it's headed forward. Big chance. Just outside of the box, pinballs around, and it's cleared by ADF right back to the captain that time. Samuel Leedy. And the referee makes the call. Wow.
The ball bounced up high awkwardly, and it did glance off the ADF player's arm, so we're getting a penalty kick here.
Yeah, it goes off of his arm, and it will be the first PK of the evening. So a chance for United PDX to get in front early. The player that's going to take it, it is number 15. That's going to be Dominic Lemuse. So Lemuse, chance to give his squad the lead. Lemuse had to take it. Rips it wide, and it's in. United PDX with their early advantage make it 1-0 after that handball in the box. It's 1-0, United PDX on top early. It's a beautifully placed ball just in this back of the right side of that netting. He didn't need too much finesse behind it, Tony. He decided to go on the ground, and it just slid in. Keeper dove the other way, and he got it in.
Yeah, keeper took the approach of guessing, trying to read his hips, and did get sent the wrong way. That was well taken.
Yep, Chavez dove right, and that time he went the other way. So United PDX with a 1-0 lead in this first half, thanks to a penalty kick goal from Dominic Lemuse. And a player hits the deck. It's an ADF player on the ground. Hopefully he's all right. Still there.
PDX United, the forward was pressing all by himself up there, so he got aggressive. He's 80 yards away from his own goal, so if there's a foul called, no real harm to it. And probably got a little more contact than he probably intended.
Right. That time, Giancarlo Rendon Benitez, the injured player who appears to be okay. And now it's ADF with possession again. Oh, good defensive pressure from United PDX. Big chance. Tried to go central that time. And now it's United PDX who stick with it. All the way back to Rumrev. A double team from ADF. He hits the deck, but now he's resilient. And it goes out of bounds. So didn't get the foul call he wanted, and it goes out, and now ADF set to take a goal kick. That time it was Diallo working outside of the box. Diallo, a resilient player. He had to evade multiple defenders that time, Tony, but he didn't get the foul call he wanted.
Yeah, I'm chuckling a bit to myself because these Catlin Gable kids are getting connected to each other here.
Right.
So the injured player, when Papa Diallo is tracking him, they're schoolmates.
Right.
I want something to talk about on Monday at school.
And now it is United PDX playing alongside their back line.
Tony, check. Tony, check.
Rips it all the way onto the other side of the field, and now ADF take over as they trail by 1, trying to go forward. Good defensive stand from Liam CL. And now the captain, Grayson Lamb, plays it up. Right back to Lamb Central. Wind is starting to pick up here in Tualatin. This weather is pretty inconsistent, isn't it, Tony?
Yeah, I do think the players probably appreciate it with the cloud cover and the
Right.
temperature dipping a little bit. And most importantly, the sun's not reflecting off the turf.
Right, a beautiful first touch from Antonio for way to Reyes. Referee blows his whistle, and it's going to be a foul committed by United PDX. Going the other way now, ADF taking over as they have a set piece. And the first sub of the evening as number 77, Carlos Villaseñor, coming off the field. And the player replacing him, we'll let you know momentarily once we get a number. Just waiting for him to turn around as ADF takes this set piece. The free kick, try to head it forward, instead it goes out, so ADF will take it back once again. It is Brian Espejo to take the throw. Solid throw. And it goes all the way back to the keeper, Olander Tonkier. Tried to play it straight, and instead it has some backspin to it. And able to keep it in play. Good control and a beautiful turn into open space. Here comes Diallo. Now it's ADF trying to alleviate the pressure. Crosses it into the box, and it's headed out. United PDX had a couple players in the box just there, and now it's a run of his own from number 11, Anthony Garcias Flores, and United PDX take over once again. Trying to keep the pressure on ADF. Now it's Diallo, lays it off. Nice continuous possession from United PDX into the box towards the end line. All the way back outside. Trying to evade the defense, hits the deck, and the referee calls the foul, so a free kick for United PDX coming up.
Yeah, it's about the same as a corner kick. We'll see how they play that. So as the game is settled in, and PDX or United PDX, they have been able to link up with Papa Diallo up top and then play off of him. So I think they're getting into the game and their style of play a little bit sooner than ADF. So the one moment I saw ADF really look good as they got forward, they did play the ball, keep it at their feet, and played through midfield. But to this point, the bulk of their possession has been fairly direct and straightforward. And it does look like United has got a little more height and strength in the air.
Right, definitely. United PDX definitely have a lot of height. The player who just committed that foul, it was Juan Dominguez Ruiz, who just entered the game and ended up replacing Carlos Villaseñor Jr. So it will be a free kick for United PDX. As you mentioned, pretty similar to a corner, just yards away. Raises his arm, set to take it. Waiting for the referee's signal. Elects to go short, just outside of the box. Rips it from distance. Oh, it is just wide right. Just feet away from going in. A solid effort, but that time unable to capitalize, Tony.
Yeah, he was very composed on the ball, too, and he was picking his spot. It just didn't curl enough for him, but that was a well-taken restart.
Yeah, that's him. It was Louis Rumrev with the attempt, just wide right. Almost on frame. All the way back to the keeper, Adon Chavez. Heads it down. A breakaway for United PDX, trying to capitalize and add on to their current 1-0 lead. Turns around. Turns around again. Hits the deck. And no foul called. It goes out of bounds off of United PDX last, so it'll be a throw for ADF. Ball near the half-field line, chested, trying to shield off the opposition. Oh, nice footwork and a foul committed by United PDX, the player that hit the deck. It's Gio Correa. It'll be another free kick for ADF. So ADF trailing 1-0 after a scored PK by Dominic Lemuse early in this game because of a costly error by ADF as they committed a handball in the box, Tony.
Yeah, and the player at that point wasn't really under a bunch of pressure. And,
right.
You know, playing on this artificial turf field, the ball wasn't, didn't bounce up awkwardly.
Yep.
He just unfortunately got his hand in the way.
Mistakes like that do happen in sports, especially in soccer when you're just trying to defend it and it accidentally flicks off your hand, and the next thing you know, you got the other team taking a penalty on you.
Yeah, well, and these days with the professionals with VAR,
yep.
it just seems like there's a whole lot more handballs that are being called after they go look at it in slow motion.
A huge chance brewing for United PDX. They have some numbers. ADF trying to keep it in play, and they are able to do so. That time it's Espejo who kicked it off of the opposition. Elected to go rather quickly, a miscue by United PDX, and now it's ADF on the attack. Going central, nice stab from United PDX right back into the feet of ADF as he hits the deck. No foul call, looked like a clear shove. And he flicks it central, beautiful ball, what a first touch. Unable to control it, and now ADF have it near that red line, just yards out. Playing it inside. Takes a bounce. Trapped by ADF. On the attack once again, this time it's Correa. Turns off of a defender. Keeps it in. And United PDX trying to get out of a clump here.
Yeah, this is the second good moment that I think ADF has had, and again, they're keeping the ball on the floor and making United PDX defend 1v1, and they're showing a little bit of pressure, that they're under pressure. Their clearance isn't clean, and then we just had that foul.
Right, and Correa hits the deck. United PDX commit another foul, and it will be a free kick for ADF as they're trying to set things up to potentially equalize this one.
Yeah, as they get lined up in the box there, I'm not seeing anybody red that's taller than the kid in white next to him.
Yeah,
it's quite a big difference. So it'll be interesting to see what approach they take on this.
Well, it's going to be Jose Farias, a part of that wall for United PDX, and the player set to take it. Looks like Giancarlo Rendon Benitez as he goes over the ball inside. Big chance. Oh, what a save. And it's cleared by United PDX. An outstanding, heroic save from the keeper, Olander Tonkier, who made himself look big and made a big-time save.
Yeah, absolutely. He came off his line strong and with confidence. Very well done. Because that ball did bounce around. It was a well-taken kick.
And now another big chance for ADF. Plays it in the box now, and the assistant referee calls offside. So we're going the other way. United PDX catch a big break there.
These were some good moments for ADF. See if they could try to keep them pressed down in their half of the field.
Still 1-0 to score. United PDX on top. If you're just joining us, you're watching Oregon Sports Beat. It's the OYSA Championship game between ADF and United PDX U17. I'm Jack McArthur alongside Tony Vandermeer at the Tualatin Hills Park and Rec Center. Tualatin, Oregon. A strong kick. And now United PDX have it once again. Able to control it, cuts it back, takes his time with it. Going central again. No foul. Player hits the deck, and he does blow the whistle. Foul against United PDX. And it will be ADF to take this kick. We haven't seen too many hard fouls, though, Tony. A pretty disciplined game overall.
Yeah, absolutely. But I was going to mention that as the kids have settled into the game, they're getting a little more confident in terms of getting stuck in, and so it's giving the official a little bit more to think about.
Right. Papa Diallo trying to chase that one down for United PDX. It goes out, but it will be a throw for United. Nice throw just outside of the box. Now he's entering the box. Plays it back, laces the ball towards the back post. Oh, it's still in the air. Diallo with a chance, and he skies it. He's going to wish he had that one back.
He did a great job turning. They just couldn't get his sweet spot on top of the ball to keep it on frame.
Yeah, a respectable effort from Diallo, unable to get his head over the ball. Didn't get enough control behind that one, and it goes over the bar to give a goal kick for ADF, and now ADF trying to equalize as they find themselves in a 1-0 hole in this first half. Still plenty of soccer yet to be played, though, Tony.
Yeah, and I do appreciate ADF is trying to play through the midfield with the ball on the floor a little bit more at this point.
Here comes Oscar Johnson. Johnson trying to cut his way through traffic. And it goes back. Flex off of 37. That time it's Hersom Regalado Chavez. And it will be a throw for ADF. They elect to take it quickly. Nice trap. And it goes out. So United PDX had to take a throw as they have a 1-0 lead in this first half of the OYSA Championship U17 boys match. Taking his time with the throw, trying to communicate with the squad. ADF unable to control it, and it goes out. What's your biggest takeaway so far in this game?
Well, I was just reflecting before the game as we were talking to the coaches, ADF assistant coach Alonso Carrea, saying they're going to be setting up in a 3-4-2-1.
Right.
Something I haven't really heard too much about, and as I'm looking at it, it does feel like it's a 3-2-3-2. They do have their three defenders, but they have two people sitting right in front of them. One of them kind of keeping an eye on Diallo, and so potentially they got them outnumbered in that midfield. So they're maybe winning some of the second balls just based on having more numbers in there.
Right, and he laces the ball forwards, headed into space. Big chance. Oh, and a player hits the deck. That time, no foul called. Referee said, hey, that's a flop that time. I'm not going to give you that call, and it goes out of bounds. So a goal kick coming up for United PDX. It's Olander Tonkier to take it. Pretty solid kick towards center field, and it's headed that time by Leedy. The clash for it in the middle of the field, all the way back. Now it's flicked forwards. Nice chest on the ball. And it goes out of bounds. Sticks with United PDX. You know what, Tony? I think United PDX right now, they're just trying to keep the tempo of this game up to their discretion since they have that 1-0 cushion.
Yeah, and they also have played in a lot of competitive games over the last year. Some in their high school seasons, but United PDX, they get off to some other leagues that they're playing in and some showcase tournaments. And I think the maturity that they gain from those experiences is shown up here as they're managing this game as we get into the last 10 minutes of this first half.
Absolutely. Coach Matt Braun had mentioned to us how these 08 U17 United PDX boys have played roughly 50 games together this year. They started with the Surf Cup San Diego in July, which was a very highly attended event for college coaches to scout players. They played their high school season about 14 to 20 games depending on their run, and they had one weekend game each week in the fall with the Washington ECNL League, 16 games, which is considered as the most difficult ECNL boys conference in the country by many people. So both of these teams with a lot of experience, and they have been pretty consistent with their games. You know, they're just very well conditioned.
Absolutely, and they'll, United PDX are going to need that conditioning with just 2 subs here this afternoon. That's for sure. But it also speaks well of ADF that they're able to hang and stick. They did lose to this squad 2-0 in January, but they're giving a good count of themselves this afternoon.
Goes out of bounds. ADF with another throw coming up momentarily. Takes it rather quickly, flicks it back. Loses control of it, and here come United PDX. Diallo with a nice turn into open space. Big chance for United PDX. Cuts it back. Not much support, though, for United PDX. It looks more like a 2v6, and now they're bringing players up, Tony.
Yeah, and Diallo did well there to not press the cause and play backwards and get some support.
Here comes a big chance brewing for ADF if they can get numbers forward. This time it's Martin Garcia Penuela. Now they're playing it up. This time Gio Correa unable to track it down in time. It goes out for United PDX, who have that 1-0 lead with just minutes remaining in this first half of the OYSA U17 Boys Championship match between United PDX and ADF. Almost hits the deck, and now it's ADF on the attack. A nice defensive stand from United PDX, and an even better fake that time. Plays it up, entering the attacking third. Lays it off, and it's turned over. Right back to United PDX.
4 minutes, boys. Be smart. 4 minutes.
Here come United PDX with those white jerseys, flicks it forwards. Now it's Antonio Vereta Reyes. Turns the ball over. And now Juan Dominguez Ruiz has it. And the ball's near center field. United PDX seemingly just trying to control the tempo of this at the end of this first half as they have that lead.
Yeah, I think they do know that we're getting real close to halftime, and they'll just pick their spots when they want to get forward.
Right, Diallo with a beautiful fake. Evades a defender and finds an open man. Too strong of a pass there, the intended target. It was number 41, Antonio Vereta Reyes. And that would have been a big chance for Reyes, Tony, that time. He was wide open.
Yeah, they just didn't get it played through at the right time.
Oh, nice little give and go. Evades a defender. Can he get a shot off? Oh, and it's deflected. Oh, a great defensive stand from ADF, and it goes out for a corner kick. As we hear a horn in the background.
Yeah, you caught me looking around and trying to find the vuvuzela.
All right. We're just like, what's going on? You know, where'd that horn come from? We're not sure either, guys. It'll be a corner. He likes to do a short one. Big chance. Oh, and he just turns the ball over, and with his foot, oh, and a shot just over the bar. Wow.
Yeah, you feel like that one should have maybe been put in the back of the net.
Right. He just had to step over there to evade a defender, and it was a wide open shot, and it was just a miscue for United PDX, and that one was just sailed over the bar once again, Tony. So multiple miscues, despite the fact that United PDX haven't been able to extend their lead. They're still up 1-0 because of that penalty kick goal early in this game in the 16th minute by Dominic Lemuse.
Left. To left.
And they do seem to be imposing themselves on them in terms of their structure.
Oh, flicks a ball inside, and ADF wind up with it. See if they can clear it, and it was deflected off of United PDX last. So it'll be a throw for ADF. ADF, Pachuca, Portland 08. They're a small club with only a premier team, so no second teams. Many of the kids on this squad have been with Coach Victor Garcete since 2018 for the last 7 years. Their team has won the OYSA State Cup in 2019 and 2023, and they compete annually in the Las Vegas Internationally Mayor's Cup as well as the Surf Cup.
Yeah, I was checking their website out, and it seems like those are the two tournaments that the extra play that goes on besides OYSA League play and the State Cup tournament.
Oh, a big chance. And it's not going to go anywhere as they turn the ball over. ADF Pachuca with it again, and they turn it over. Now it's United PDX trying to slow things down before the conclusion of this first half as they lead 1-0. Plays it through for Diallo, just outside of the box. On this near sideline. Oh, crosses it towards the back post. Too strong, and this one's going to sail out. And it's going to be a throw for ADF Pachuca.
Good evidence of the solid coaching that United PDX gets is when they do lose possessions, and sometimes they've given the possession away fairly cheaply, but they convert from offense to defense very quickly and recover, and that's given ADF very little opportunity to counterattack cleanly or clearly because PDX gets right back into it.
Right, both teams remaining pretty composed so far. It's just a 1-0 game. Not a ton of scoring that's transpired in this first half thus far, but it's still a long game, Tony.
Yeah, and if we get into the last 15 minutes, it's still a 1-goal game. I'm sure we'll get some adrenaline and things going on to see what happens.
Right, Diallo's got it, being double teamed, and he finds a teammate. Try to play it up. Now it's deflected off of ADF. Oh, try to play it to Diallo in the box, and the referee blows his whistle. So that's going to do it after the first half. Your score after 45 minutes, United PDX 1, ADF 0. Tony, your thoughts?
Well, to be honest, I think this is playing out the way both coaches thought it might play out. I think ADF was hoping to maybe possess a little bit better through the center of the park, and I'm trying to remember if United even subs. They have their 2 subs.
I don't think they used a single sub. I'm pretty sure that ADF just used that 1 sub, and the player that came out, it was Carlos Villaseñor Jr., and the player that replaced him was Juan Dominiquez Ruiz.
Right, and then so like I say, for United, they played within their system. They played comfortably and let the ball do the work. So I think that starting 10 out in the field, they're good for another 45 minutes.
Right, yeah, it was a pretty entertaining first half. United PDX currently with a lead as we're going to take a short break, and we will be back momentarily. You've been watching Oregon Sports Beat here. Don't go anywhere. We got plenty more in the second half.
Yeah.
This paddle and all that too?
Yeah. Basically everything that we aren't using. Maybe even a big pile of cables in there.
You got any gaffing tape?
I don't have gaff tape. I have just painter's tape. Yeah. It's probably in the car.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some cables right there.
I was gonna set up.
I'm going to the car. Do you want your tripod?
Yeah, I don't have the base that goes beside the tripod. So I don't know what to do.
Can you grab that pile of cables right there? None of them are being used. and disconnect the other one from that charger. It'll bring down the battery and the charger. That's good, unless there's any other large items that are being used.
No, stuff that goes into the bag.
Yeah, I don't know, the inverter. I don't need that. Maybe grab that.
Welcome back into the Tualatin Hills Park Complex. I'm Jack McArthur alongside Tony Vandermeer. You're watching Oregon Sports Beat. It is the OYSA Men's U17 Championship game between ADF and United PDX. United PDX currently lead 1-0 because of a goal scored in the 16th minute. It was a penalty kick scored by Dominic Lemuse, and now we're set to get things underway in the second half. Tony, your biggest takeaways and what you're looking forward to in the second half?
Well, trying to figure out where the drumming and the vuvuzelas coming from in our background. I'm enjoying that, but as far as what's going on the pitch, I'm seeing if ADF's going to be able to grab some more of the ball, some more possession, like their coach was hoping to do pregame.
Absolutely, possession's essential. So now it's ADF in those red jerseys going from our left to our right, and it will be United PDX in those white jerseys going from our right to our left. Yeah, that horn and that drum, it's definitely not quiet, is it, Tony?
It's adding to the atmosphere out here.
Yeah, right? Chance brewing. Here come United PDX, trying to play it through, and it's scooped up there by the keeper. That time, Chavez had that one with ease. Kick from Chavez, bounces near center field. So we are in the 46th minute. Oh, he almost hits the deck. That time it was Correa on the run, and it's going to be offsides. So first offsides of the second half. Here come ADF once again. Lost control of it, and it's toe punted out of harm's way by United PDX, and that time the keeper, Olander, scoops it up.
I think the difference for me between the squads out here this afternoon is linking up to their forwards with some intent, and United has done that a little bit more effectively. They've had three really good chances, and then they had that forced penalty kick.
Right.
ADF, for their account, the moments that they've had good possession really hasn't transitioned to a solid strike on goal or strike opportunity even.
Yeah, ADF, they're trying to get something brewing, but they're trailing 1-0 with just a whole half left to play. But I think the ADF's biggest issue right now is they need to work on their spacing a little bit more, Tony.
Yeah, as we say that, they did spring their forward for possession in the box.
Here comes Correa working outside of the box, goes inside and goes out of bounds, so it will be a throw for United PDX.
Yeah, and to their credit, United PDX, their 1v1 defending is pretty strong across the back four.
At United PDX, they have some resilient defenders. Oh, a strong kick forward, and it's headed off the back of his head all the way back to Chavez, the keeper. Adon Chavez says he is a junior at Reynolds High School.
Yeah, there's quite a few Reynolds players out here for ADF. I'm going to have to look it up on the OSA website, see how their high school season went. There's a lot of strong players out here from that school.
Yeah, the keeper for ADF, Adon Chavez, is one of 4 Reynolds High School players. And now it's a clash in the backfield as United PDX pick it up. Now the sun's starting to come out. Here come ADF. Nice first touch. Evades a couple defenders. Here comes Correa. Correa to Johnson. Oscar Johnson. Nice fake. Looking to switch it. Playing it forwards. And unable to keep it in play. A solid effort when it goes out.
Yeah, so good play, good possession for ADF. When it came time to link up for a forward, it looks like the forwards are just waiting for the ball to be played, and then they're going to react to that instead of checking in and maybe getting into their feet
Right.
at the top of the box.
And it goes off of that time ADF last. So a throw for United PDX as they lead 1-0. Because of a handball in the box committed by ADF real early in this game. It was a 15th minute goal, penalty kick goal from Dominic Lemieux. Since then, haven't seen any scoring, but lots of opportunities for both sides, including 2 shots that went over the bar. And it could easily be 3-0 United PDX right now because of those 2 chances that they had.
That is true. And then they were constructed. The second one, especially, was constructed off a quick, short corner kick. And right now, the game starting second half, maybe like the start of the game, a little bit choppy. Ball's bouncing a bit too much for me.
Yeah, it is bouncing a lot. Headed forward now. A little bit of a shove there, no call. United PDX retained possession now, entering the attacking third. Here come United PDX as ADF bring the double team to calm it down a little bit. It goes out of bounds, a throw coming up for United. Yeah, Papa Diallo had one of those shots in the first half that sailed over the crossbar, and it was just feet away from going in. And both sides since then haven't had a ton of massive chances, but overall they're just trying to, it seems like, just retain possession and build it up. A deep throw, heads it in the middle. Nice first touch, shoots it and it's deflected in the air once again. Spins around outside of the box now, hits the deck. And a foul is called just outside of the PK box. That one could have been lethal, Tony.
Yeah, that was a great first touch, settling the ball, turned and was looking dangerous, which is why he got dropped before he got into the box.
Yeah, that time it was Gersom Regalado Chavez who hit the deck. And now it will be number 19, I believe, to take this one. Another set piece from about 20 yards out, raises his arm. Curls it inside, Chavez spills it and gets it right back. That was very close. And now here come United PDX again. Oh, nice fake. All the way back to Trey Ortman. That time the player who took the free kick was actually Louis Rumrev. Big chance brewing outside of the box. Shoots, oh, and it's just wide left. A nearly disastrous situation for ADF. Excuse me, as that one was just wide left, a shot that time from Samuel Leedy. And he really had a lot of wide open space that time, Tony. He just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, United PDX are feeling themselves now. And three players are going and taking people on, keeping the ball at their feet. But that was a devastating run.
United PDX trying to regain possession, regain control. As although they have a lead, they're just trying to play it through the back and the outside right now. ADF being hounded. They got to clear it. They do so. Look like a handball there, no call. ADF plays the advantage. Flicks it forward, almost dangerous first touch with his leg out there. That time Correa was the first to it. It goes out of bounds for United PDX. Here comes Diallo again. Papa Diallo cuts it back. Good footwork. Oh, nice ball up, but they're going to need some more supporting players as they elect to play it this time to Juan Vargas Bolanos. Vargas Bolanos towards the back post. A little bit too strong of a cross, and it goes out for Chavez, set to take the goal kick.
I did like the way that they came out of their half. They didn't commit numbers, but they did have some solid structure and play, and did keep four guys back. So they're not subbing at all, and they've got a 1-goal lead. So be honest, I think it's a bit of their maturity that they're showing, that they'll try to pick their spots to get that second goal.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see when United PDX will elect to make some substitutions, as ADF, they've just made one sub. Here comes Diallo, big chance brewing. Diallo, backing down a defender, lays it off. Big chance, outside of the box, deflected, gets it right back, deflected again. Chested by United PDX, so nice footwork on the near side, cuts it back, now being double teamed, and it goes out of bounds off of ADF last. A throw for United. Good defensive stand by ADF that time.
Yeah, they are keeping the attacker in front of them and helping each other out.
Oh, what a turn, a beautiful first touch, and it's deflected off of ADF. And now United PDX are trying to keep the pressure up. It goes out of bounds for ADF.
Yeah, United does feel like they're maybe taking the game over a bit, but ADF, they are, like I was saying, they're keeping the guys in front of them, and they're helping each other out as far as blocking some of the shots.
Right, here comes Diallo. Turning off of a defender, goes inside the box, shoots it. Oh, and it's a good save from Chavez. Not enough finesse on that one from Diallo. Good idea, but it was just right in front of Chavez. He just had to hit it down and then corral it. Flicked forwards. Here comes United PDX once again. And goes out of bounds. ADF with possession.
Come on, right away, let's go. Looking over you.
Takes the throw, and it's headed by United PDX. Cluster bodies central. Great footwork. And now ADF take over once again. They're going to have to work on their spacing. Got 4 players in the same spot. Only 2 up right now. And as you mentioned, Tony, United PDX, they got 4 players back. I think that they've been pretty disciplined structurally.
Yeah, absolutely. I think from the opening whistle, both halves, they know what they're about and hold their positions well.
Here come United PDX on the break once again. Trying to flick it forward, deflected again. Working on the outside, now he enters the box. This time it's Vargas Bolanos. Outside of the box, it's Ortman. Going back a little more. Ortman curls around and finds the captain leading. Diallo again. Rips from distance, so right to the arms of Chavez. Good save. He had to get on one knee to grab that one, but Chavez corrals it.
So in the first half, where United PDX, it was Diallo up top that was the one that would keep the ball on his feet and was comfortable trying to turn people. We got 3 or 4 United PDX players that are wanting to keep the ball on their feet and try to break down shape by running at people.
Right.
We go again.
Here come United PDX once again. A sliding challenge as ADF get it back. Referee blows his whistle. The guilty party, United PDX.
Hey, let's drop.
Plays it all the way up. It's cleared by United PDX. The referee blows the whistle. Foul against United. And it'll be another set piece, which they take very rapidly. Johnson rips it into the box. Oh, that one almost caught the foot of Gio Correa, who also could wish he had that one back. Unable to get his foot on it, and it goes wide.
Yeah, it was nice to see them take that restart real quick and keep the ball going on the floor. And I'm thinking that's going to be ADF's pathway to get back into this game.
Right now ADF, they're keeping United PDX on their toes. That was very nearly the equalizer. Diallo chasing down ADF. Now he's chasing down Chavez. Almost got to it. And now it's August Walrod, the captain. Nice flick from Johnson. Now they're looking to switch, but right into the feet of 41. That time it was Antonio Verweta Reyes. Going up now. Nice cutback. No foul called. Referee's playing on. Now it's Ortman. United PDX playing alongside their back line all the way up now for Vargas Bolanos, who finds Leedy. And it goes out. So a throw for ADF coming up. They still trail 1-0, but decent amount of time yet to be played in this match. Currently, we are in the 60th minute.
So while United PDX is not committing a lot of people forward, they don't need to with the 1-goal lead. The two forwards up top are stretching the field, and that's just creating some more space for United to play through the midfield.
Right.
With some possessions they're coming through right now.
Big trance for United PDX. Here comes Diallo, deflected off of a defender. Quick shout out to one of our sponsors while we got time here, Skyhawk Sports Oregon. Thank you to Skyhawk Sports Oregon, the nation's leading provider of youth sports programs for kids aged 4 to 14 years. You can visit them at skyhawks.com. Shout out to Skyhawk Sports Oregon for sponsoring us at Oregon Sportsbeat. We appreciate you. And now it is ADF with possession, trying to get themselves back into this ball game as they trail 1-0 in the OYSA State Cup. A lot on the line here for both of these teams.
We got first subs of the second half coming on for ADF.
Right. ADF with a couple of fresh legs. And looks like 27, Maddox Contreras is coming off, along with, looks like number 5, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that's Dominguez Rios, who came in as a sub in the first half.
It's 15. Yeah, Juanito Dominguez Ruiz coming off. Throw just inside of the box, and it dribbles out. So Chavez with a goal kick coming up. Another shout out to one of our sponsors, Bazooka Goals. Thank you to Bazooka Goals, a high-end sports brand supplying the retail market on an international basis. Shout out to Bazooka Goals. You can go visit them online at bazookagoal.com. And it's still 1-0, United PDX in command currently. And he plays it all the way forward to Diallo. Pinballed around all the way back to ADF now. Clears it. Oh, and strong header. Good fake. Unable to catch him that time. So I almost lost the paper. I got to catch that, right? It's this wind. Here come United PDX once again. Nice turn. Just outside of the box. This time ADF brings the double team. Looking for the play central. Nice first touch. Could have shot it, and now he decides to shoot it. Diallo with some resilient work. Out dribbling some defenders, plays it central. And now Leedy trying to get first to it, gets a foot on it. Just outside of the box, fakes the shot. Oh, what a Spanish shot, and it's a goal! Beautiful turn and an even better finish. A sensational strike from United PDX as they extend their lead to 2. That time the goal. It's from Juan Vargas Bolanos, who gets on the score sheet to give his team the early 2-0 advantage.
That's a great play from start to finish. And as you said, excellent turn and hitting the ball low where the keeper had very little chance. But a lot of that build-up, Lemus was holding the ball well, and it does feel like United's able to not only keep more possession of the ball, but put a whole lot more pressure in their 1v1 battles.
Right, that was good continuous possession from United PDX, and they finally got the breakthrough for the second goal. That one coming in the 58th minute. rather 63rd minute, excuse me, from Juan Vargas Bolanos to make the score 2-0. So now if you're United PDX, you don't really have to press up as much. You're more worried about your defense, aren't you, Tony?
Yeah, absolutely. But my hunch is their structure is not going to change because they've been solid for the whole game in terms of able to keep ADF in front of them. The few times that ADF's had some good possession really hasn't translated to solid scoring chances yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you're ADF, you have to work on your shot selection, and also if you're ADF, you have to realize it's always going to be quality over quantity. You don't just want to shoot it just because you have to wait till you get the right opportunity. You have to try to build it through the middle.
Yep.
Or the outside. You got to just pick one or the other. You can't be clumped up. You got to find your overall picture as a team and try to work on that. Find your form. Sun's starting to come out a little bit more, and it'll be a set piece for United PDX as they currently lead 2-0 because of that goal from Juan Vargas Bolanos just minutes ago in the 63rd minute.
As we've gotten past an hour of play and with very few subs, it does also feel like the game's getting stretched based on players.
Oh, laces it inside, and Chavez grabs that one easily, and it's a strong kick from Chavez, bouncing.
So just based on the fatigue factor, I think the game's getting stretched out from end to end, which will create some holes or some opportunities.
Crosses it inside. And United PDX trying to alleviate the pressure once again. See if they can keep it in bounds. Oh, nice fake, and it actually goes out of bounds, so it will be a throw for United PDX. Now, it looks like the first sub of the evening for United PDX will come momentarily, and the referee blows his whistle. AR raises his flag, and it's actually going to be a yellow card against Diallo. He can't believe it. So first yellow card of the evening coming the 66th minute for Diallo.
Yeah, my hunch is the center referee is based on persistent physical play, persistent fouling. But I don't recall him being called for fouls, except for the one in the first half.
Well, he must have said something to the ref after he committed a foul that granted him that yellow. So Diallo picks up a yellow card, first one we've seen today. And it's a substitution. Player coming off for United PDX, it will be Trey Ortman taking a seat. And the player entering the game, wait till we get a number for you, a strong free kick in the box, it's headed, and it's a good save. Player entering the game, it's number 68, Stellan Blomberg. Strong kick forwards, Diallo trying to race the opposition. Plays it up for Diallo. Being double teamed, trying to out dribble the defenders. Oh, nice pass. Player hits the deck, and referee calls the foul against United PDX, and it will be a free kick for ADF. Wind's starting to pick up here in Tualatin at the Tualatin Hills Rec Center. Rec field number 1. If you're just joining us, I'm Jack McArthur alongside Tony Vandermeer. And you're watching Oregon Sports Beat. It's the OYSA Boys U17 State Cup between United PDX and ADF. United PDX currently up 2-0. Now it's ADF switching the field. Nice ball up. Cleared out, not super far though. And now it's Blomberg who has it. Blomberg puts his foot over the ball and right back to him. And he hits the deck. Foul called. And it will be another set piece just across the timeline for United PDX. That time the guilty party, it was number 19, Giancarlo Rendon Benitez.
So there's a moment there where it felt like maybe United's going to go ahead and sit in a low block. They had 10 guys behind the ball as ADF kept possession. But with that many players behind the ball, ADF just not finding a way to get the ball played into forwards' feet effectively.
Yeah, I think if you're ADF, you just have to push up more and maybe switch up your formation a little bit. Diallo loses control of it, and it goes out of bounds. So a throw for ADF off of United PDX last. Here comes Johnson. In that center circle, loses control of the ball. Now it's United PDX. Oh, a pretty costly challenge that time. Foul against ADF. This time it was Martin Garcia Penuela who committed the foul.
So we've seen a lot of quality play both teams. They're in the state championship for a reason, and lots of good coaching. What's starting to step out to me or to be pretty obvious is the 1v1 defending that United PDX puts into the play. That they're always in position to be defending. They're always in position to address the ball. But then they win more than 50% of the ball. But those are 1v1 battles.
Right, you got to win those 50-50 battles if you want to be a successful squad. Certainly. Now it's United PDX on the attack. Here comes Blomberg just outside of the box. Blomberg makes a defender hit the deck. And it goes out of bounds. So a goal kick for Chavez. As ADF find themselves trailing 2-0. With about 19 minutes left to play. We're in the 71st minute now. Blomberg heads it down. Trapped by ADF. Nice poke from United. Turns the ball over. And just to give you guys some context, this U17 United PDX team, they actually won the cup against CFC Athletica last year, so they're reigning champs looking to go back-to-back. And on the other end, for ADF, they are two-time state champs, both in 2019 and 2023, Tony.
And I forget which one of these two teams had to beat CFC, Capital Football Club, last week in the semifinals. And so, I mean, that's the top squad as well.
Here comes Leedy as he plays it forwards. Nice trap, turns the ball over, however, and now it's ADF trying to build something up. As they're starting to get desperate with just 18 minutes remaining, they're going to have to get a goal sooner or later to get themselves back into this match, trailing by 2. Something you never want to do, but when there's 18 minutes left, you're starting to run out of time.
Yeah, and they're looking a little bit fatigued right now, ADF. Right. They did hit a long ball forward, but the second ball was cheap and easy for United. To be able to clean the ball up and keep control like they're doing right now.
And now it's Leedy, the captain, playing it forward near center field now. Oh, nice through ball to Diallo. Can he stay on? He does. Got 2 defenders on him. Tried to shoot it, and it's deflected. And it's a nice pullback. And now it goes back for Samuel Leedy. Try to cross it central, deflected off of the back of number 2. And it will be a throw-in.
Got a second sub for United.
Right, another sub for United. The goal scorer from the 63rd minute, Juan Vargas Bolanos, coming off, taking a seat. And the player replacing him It is number 17. That is Jose Farias. So Farias coming on, replacing Vargas Bolanos. Some fresh legs for United PDX. I'm sure at this point in the game, Tony, both teams getting pretty lethargic.
Yeah, absolutely. And United, though, did a great job letting the ball do the work in terms of spraying it around.
Oh, Leedy inside, plays it, oh, and it's a shot that's just wide right there from the fresh legs of 17. That time it was Jose Farias with the shots, and it actually was deflected off of ADF last, so another set piece, this time a corner for United PDX. Do you go front or back post here, Tony? Or do you play it short?
They're setting up to maybe play short.
See what he does. Raises his arm, looks to play it short, and it's in! Lemus with his second goal of the evening. He just got himself a brace. 2 goals in 1 game. Lemus, so far player of the game for United PDX. Wow, what a goal.
Yeah, I think that's a function of fatigue right there. He was able to run across 3 guys who just wouldn't react, and nobody tracked along with him. And he took it very well.
So Dominic Lemus gets his second goal of the game, so to propel his side to a 3-0 advantage in the OYSA 2025 OYSA State Cup Final between United PDX U17 and ADF U17. I mean, that was a beautiful goal from Lemus. It was just a one-timer. He just had to, as you mentioned, just evade the defense and just placed it perfectly into that corner. But as you mentioned, additionally, ADF looking pretty lethargic, out of energy. They're probably just pretty gassed right now.
Yeah, physically they've had to work hard to try to keep United in front of them quite a bit. And United has felt a whole lot more comfortable in the second half running with the ball on their feet and asking harder questions of ADF this second half.
So that goal that just transpired coming in the 76th minute by Dominic Lemus. His 2 goals on the evening's first came in the 15th minute, which was a penalty kick, and the other goal in the game was in the 63rd minute by Juan Vargas Bolanos. So 3-0 the scoreline. About 13 minutes left to play. In the box now. Heads it. Oh, and it's just tapped over the bar. Diallo almost had himself. First goal of the evening for him, and it was punched out by Chavez. Good awareness from Chavez that time.
Yeah, pretty much the entire game, Diallo's been a strong target, strong option for United.
Here comes an opportunity outside of the box, shoots it, it's deflected, and it's going to go wide. A throw coming up momentarily for United PDX. Throws it back. Here comes Sam Leedy, the captain. Evades a couple defenders. Finds a teammate near the far sideline. Cuts it central, tried to lay it off. A little bit of a miscommunication, and Chavez picks it up with ease. I mean, if you're ADF, Tony, do you consider just going with another sub at this point?
I'm not so sure that the answer's on the bench as far as a sub, and clearly United is feeling real comfortable in themselves, and it's one of those things as a coach that you don't know what to really do, and you just maybe commit more numbers and hit longer balls and battle for second balls, see if you can just scrape one off and see if that leads to more energy.
Right, I mean, second chance opportunities have been huge in this match, and it seems like United PDX, they've just been playing with more energy throughout the entirety of this game.
And they had the 2 subs that they brought in later, but both Farias and Blomberg, they're very impressive. Farias scored a goal, I think, right?
Yeah, Farias scored a goal. Yep.
They didn't drop off at all, and as the game has wore on, they've just found their stride as a club.
It will be a corner kick for ADF.
Yeah, this is probably an important moment. If they're going to get it back in, they got to try to get something out of this play here.
Into the box, oh, and it's headed just wide. That time, it's number 19, Giancarlo Benitez, just in pure despair. After that one, he just grabs the back of the netting, and he's probably saying to himself, dang, I really wish I would have got my head on that one. But the ball was a little bit far for him, to be fair. It was not the perfect corner, but
yeah.
if you're ADF, at the end of the day, that would have been a really nice goal. Just for a confidence boost. They're trailing by 3. That would have helped him out.
Absolutely. When the ball came off the player who took that corner kick, it just came off his foot a lot stronger than the goalkeeper because he misplayed it, and it went beyond both keeper and Rendon. And the wind's not blowing. I think the ball just came off his foot real pure.
Right, the wind was blowing earlier. Now it's calmed down a little bit more as the suns come out. Here at the Tualatin Hills Rec Center, field number 1. Johnson plays it out wide. Right back to Johnson. Oscar Johnson rips it from distance, and it's just way over the bar. He didn't get his head over that one at all.
Yeah, these are the moments now. They're getting a chance to have some looks towards the goal frame. Get one of these in fairly quickly.
Well, 2 years ago, ADF, they won the championship against the Westside Timbers with a 2-0 defeat. And last year, United PDX, they won it. So both of these teams with a lot of championship aspirations, and additionally, they're just two really talented teams that are very familiar with with each other, as PDX won the first game they played this year against ADF 2-0 in January.
And it's hard to predict how things evolve up here in terms of kids and clubs keeping players together. But these kids are all sophomores and juniors in high school, so you know, they get a chance to have another run next year.
Here comes the throw. Diallo traps it, cuts it back. Got 2 players on him, evades some defenders, plays it up, and Chavez grabs it. Chavez with a strong kick. Really strong kick. I like to see him kick a field goal. He's got a leg, that's for sure.
That is true.
And now it's ADF to take this throw as they trail 3-0 in the 90th minute. Rather, 81st minute, excuse me. Now Johnson's going to play it out wide, a curling ball. ADF, they're desperate right now, down by 3. They're going to get one quickly if they want to get back into this match. Cuts it back, taken away quickly. Here comes Diallo, a nice little give and go. Blomberg on the attack. He's got a runner. Oh, and he's shoved outside of the box.
That's going to be a card.
That's got to be a card. Blomberg hits the deck and he's shoved. And it will be a set piece for United PDX, trying to extend their lead, and looks like a player's down for ADF. Hopefully he's okay. He committed that foul, but must have messed up his ankle or something.
There was a lot of contact on that play, and you know, some might say a cynical foul, a professional foul, but I just think they awkwardly bumped into each other.
Yeah, and then it looks like he ended up injuring himself in the process.
Yeah, Blomberg was going at pace, and then all of a sudden it kind of slowed things down, and they got tangled up.
Yeah, it's a pretty vicious challenge. I mean, if you are AFC or ADF, you know, at least he didn't commit the foul in the box, right? Just outside of the box.
True. If there's a silver lining, he's not seeing the yellow card that's getting thrown at him right now.
Yeah.
He just needs to go have a seat.
Yep, so an injury for ADF Portland 08.
Yeah, I do hope. It does feel like this isn't going to be like a long-term injury. Let's hope not.
Yeah, hopefully he's all right. And it will be a set piece for United PDX. The score is 3-0 in the 84th minute. Just about 6 minutes plus stoppage time, up to the referee's discretion. It's dependent upon what they decide, really.
Yeah, if the score stays 3-0, I think they might have a little bit of a mercy rule and not put a lot of extra time on for this injury.
Right, and it's going to be a substitution. The player that's coming on for ADF, it is number 18. That is Diego Martin San Pedro entering the match for his side. And it's a set piece for United. PDX trying to extend their lead. Shoots it. Oh, just tried to go top left bins. A little bit too strong, and it sails wide that time.
Yeah, I'm not so sure from this angle, but I think that was pretty close. That was a great take.
Speaking of taking, it seems like the wind may have taken that one. I feel a little bit more of a breeze now.
True.
And now it's ADF Portland on the attack, going central, a clearance from United. Flicks it over his own head, and now it's Diallo with a beautiful first touch. Escaping a couple defenders, flicks in middle. And now it's United once again retaining possession until they turn the ball over. And now with just minutes remaining, ADF trying to get on the board, get on the scorer sheet as they trail 3-0 in this OYSA state championship match. And don't go anywhere, we got plenty more action today. After this match, we got the boys U19, United PDX versus OPFC match, which will kick off at 5 p.m. Another shout out to one of our sponsors, Sports Pins International. Thank you to Sports Pins International, designing top quality award products since 1980. For 45 years and running, you can visit them at sportspins.com for more information. Shout out to Sports Pins International for sponsoring us here on Oregon Sports Beat. We appreciate you. And now it's United PDX trying to retain possession. They lead. They have a comfortable 3-0 lead as this thing is almost over, wrapping up. As you mentioned, Tony, probably not a lot of stoppage time just because of that injury we saw, and also it's 3-0, right? It's a 3-score game.
True.
What's been your biggest takeaway so far in the second half?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, the number of players that just started running with the ball, that's a nice through ball.
Yeah, just wide right that time.
Yeah, Blomberg and Farias both came in as solid subs for United PDX, but beyond just trying to play straight into Diallo's feet, they had a number of players just starting running with the ball as well. But the second thing that I haven't really mentioned is Dominic Lemuse on United and Oscar Johnson on ADF. They've had a pretty good battle. They haven't been lined up 1v1 all the time, but those two have been top players for me in the middle of the park. And they're kind of core players or important players for each of their teams.
Yeah, I agree. I think in the first half the weight was on Diallo's shoulders a lot more, and now he's kind of taking his foot off the gas a little bit more because the weight has been propelled onto other players like Blomberg or like the goal scorer from earlier, Juan Vargas Bolanos, who scored in the 63rd minute. And additionally, there's just been a lot more players involved for United PDX in the second half.
Yeah, and another player who had that's another nice effort just over the bar, who had some good moments for United. Hersam Regaldo Chavez, he number 37, he had some good moments in the middle of this second half on this left side. He was one of those players that just a few times just picked the ball up and ran and put some pressure on the ADF defenders. And those are the things that make those guys tired, which allows Lemuse to run across them on a free touch on a corner kick. For that third goal.
Yeah, Lemuse has been active for sure. He has a brace now with 2 goals. And now United PDX with this throw. Nice throw to Diallo. Shielding the opposition. Now he's being double teamed. Loses control of it. And ADF get it back until they turn the ball over once again. Here come ADF. As they're looking to switch, build it up from the back. Oh, nice touch. Loses control, hits the deck, no foul called. Oh, a beautiful through ball. This could be lethal. Big opportunity. And he finishes it with ease. Another goal for United PDX, make it 4-0. It's been lots of scoring in this one, a flurry of goals in the second half. What a finish that time. He made it look effortless. That goal coming in the 88th minute for United PDX. The goal scorer, it was 41. That is Antonio Burreta Reyes, who scores his first goal of the evening. So I think that the goal scoring has been really widespread throughout multiple players so far for United PDX, Tony.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, even though they only had the 2 subs, they've got strong players throughout. Their, the back 4 has been good, keeping the red team in front of them defensively. But the front 6 players, all of them, are not completely interchangeable, but they all are strong on the ball. And congratulations, they did deserve this win.
Right, yeah, it's the 90th minute. This thing's pretty much over. We're just waiting for the extra time as Diallo has a nice first touch. I've been impressed with Diallo's footwork as well. I think that a lot of these United PDX players, they just have a really good first touch.
Absolutely. And to his credit, he's laid the ball off. He doesn't just try to look for his own shot.
Right, he's not selfish. Another shot, and it's a diving save. The second chance opportunity is skied over the bar from Diallo as he looks up into the sky. Wishes he had that one back for sure.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's his third one he put over the bar. If he was a little bit more clinical, this would have been a blowout. But
right.
You can't take that too much away from him because he's been the top player for United.
Absolutely. Strong kick from Chavez. Here come ADF Portland once again. A beautiful turn from Johnson, trying to find a teammate, stays on his feet. Here comes Johnson entering the attacking third as the sun is now shining. And he hits the deck. Referee blows his whistle, gives him the call he wanted, and it will be a set piece for ADF, repping those red jerseys with the yellow lettering. Pretty vibrant jerseys.
Again, I was on their website earlier this week, just taking a look at things, and yeah, they are a small club, but these players individually, they've got big ambitions, and right. I can see many of these players, if they keep themselves squared away academically, they'll be able to play in college after they're done here.
Absolutely, yeah. ADF Pachuca Portland 08, they're a small club with only a premier team, only a first team, but many of these kids in this team have been with Coach Victor Garcete since 2018, and they've won the OYSA State Cup 2 times, 2019 and 2023, while United PDX, they've won it once, that's last year. Here comes the set piece. Johnson set to take this one with a 4-man wall visibly in front of him. Johnson goes over the bar, and it's punched out. It'll be a corner kick, and instead, referee blows his full-time whistle, so no corner, that's going to do it. What a save to end the game there for United PDX.
That was a nice moment for the PDX goalkeeper to preserve the shutout with a solid save at the very, very end.
That's right. Olander Tonkier gets the clean sheet for United PDX. So United PDX, back-to-back OYSA State Championships, make it a two-peats. Final score here, 4-0. United PDX U17 with Coach Matt Brawhead. They're going to be celebrating momentarily, and that's going to do it for the first leg of the game. 4-0 to score. United PDX, they defeat ADF Portland. What a match. Your final thoughts, Tony, before we take a break.
Well, again, congratulations to United PDX. They are a club that's getting everybody's attention. They're in the U19 final, and they have multiple teams at each age group. So that helps them out in terms of kind of an infrastructure, and so again, well deserved. It's a solid club that's doing all the things right, and then love the the story of ADF, how they're kind of the smaller club that's not scared to go ahead and play and give their best account, and they did today. But this was I think a fair representation of how the game went. This 4-0 final.
Right, and just to recap this, guys, for you guys, for the boys U17 final, to get here, United PDX, they beat Westside Metro 3-2 in the semis, and ADF beat the RV Timbers 2-1 in the semifinal. And as I mentioned, this is the second time these teams have matched up this year. United PDX won game 1 against ADF 2-0 on January 25th, just months ago. And today, double that, double the 2-0. 4-0 the final. United PDX gets back-to-back state cups. So shout out to them, and obviously congratulations. You have to give both sides a huge shout out to making it to the final. They both played pretty hard, Tony.
Absolutely. I think every kid out here that played, got on the field, should be proud of themselves, and they gave a great account of themselves, their team, and their club.
Right, just to recap the scoring for you guys real quick, the initial goal of this match came in the 15th minute. There was a penalty scored by Dominic Lemuse, and then right after that, in the 63rd minute, Juan Vargas Bolano scored in the 63rd minute to make it 2-0. In the 76th minute, Dominic Lemuse scored once again, and then the fourth goal of the evening came in the 89th minute by Antonio Vareta Reyes to make it 4-0. So that's going to do it for the first leg of these games. United PDX, back-to-back champions, they get the victory 4-0 as they defeat ADF Portland. A huge shout out to both coaches and our crew for putting this on. Alvin Myers, Brad Johnson, Deshaun, and Tony, any more thoughts for this first game?
To be honest, I'm really looking forward to the next one, the U19 final against, I think, probably two top clubs up here in the metro area, OPFC and United PDX. And again, this is a great day. There's no rain. We got a Vuvuzela playing somewhere at some point, so this is a great day for me.
Right, all right. Well, you've been watching Oregon Sports Beat. Your final score, 4-0. United PDX defeats ADF Portland, and we'll be right back here. I've been Jack McArthur alongside Tony Vandermeer. We'll be right back after this short 30-minute break or so. For the second leg, it will be the boys United PDX against OPFC Winner, where we got plenty more action after this break. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good one, everybody.